Hello everyone, this is lecture number 11. In this lecture, we will learn about how to design a sewer. So myself, Professor R.S. Sonone, working as Assistant Professor in Civil Engineering Department of SNJB's Let's Saukantabai Baharlalji Jain College of Engineering, Chandpad. The content of today's lecture, we will learn theoretical details of sewer designing, hydraulic formulae, minimum velocity, self-clearing velocity or self-cleansing velocity, maximum velocity, effect of flow variation on velocity in sewer, and the last one, hydraulic characteristic of circular sewer in running full and partially full conditions. These are the content of today's lecture. We will see one by one. So here is first one, that is theoretical details of sewer designing. So in this theoretical details of sewer designing, so we can see here the hydraulic design of sewer and drains means finding out their section and the gradients is generally carried out on the same line as that of water supply pipes. So mostly in sewer designing, we consider as what the sewer and its drains. So we have to find out in designing the section and its gradient mostly. So sewer designing mostly sewerचा सेक्शन आणि त्याचा स्लोप म्हणजेच ग्रेडियंट फाइंड करणं गरजेचं असतं. ते इनलेट पासून तर आउटलेट पर्यंतचा जो पॉइंट असेल तिथपर्यंतचा सेक्शन आणि ग्रेडियंट हा मोस्टली मेंटेन असला पाहिजे. दिस इज द फर्स्ट theoretical design considered point. Second, however, there are two major differences between characteristics of flow in sewer and water supply pipes. So in this section, there are two characteristics while designing of sewer design. That is, first of characteristic of flow, and second one, water supply in the pipe or in the sewer. यामध्ये दोन कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स महत्वाचे आहेत. एक जो काय सिवेजचा फ्लो असेल तो सीवर मधला, आणि दुसरा हाऊ मच डिस्चार्ज इन दॅट सीवेज इन दॅट सीवर. नाउ third one is, we can see here the sewage contain particles in suspension, the heavier of which may settle down at the bottom of the sewer as and when the flow velocity reduce, resulting in the clogging of a sewer. Mostly in any sewage having a different types of particle, in which that some are heavier which may settle down at the bottom of the sewer, and at that time once flow velocity is reduced, the resulting may be in a clogging of sewer. Is that clear? तर सिवेज मध्ये डिफरंट टाइपचे पार्टिकल्स असतात, सस्पेन्शन पार्टिकल्स असतात. त्यापैकी काही पार्टिकल्स हे हेवी असतात, जड असतात, त्यामुळे ते सेटल डाऊन होण्याचे चान्सेस जास्त असतात. आणि ते एकदा की सेटल डाऊन झाले आणि फ्लो वेलोसिटी जर रिड्यूस झाली तर क्लॉगिंग इफेक्ट सीवरवर होऊ शकतो किंवा होतोच. So to avoid siltings of a sewer, it is necessary that sewer pipe be laid at such a gradient as to generate safe cleansing velocity at different possible discharges. So silting is a process may be settle down the particles in the bottom surface, otherwise it may be a float on the surface of the floor. At that time, to avoid such silting, the pipe should be in a proper gradient. Pipe should be laid in a proper gradient. So silting effect जर अवॉइड करायचा असेल तर सीवरचा पाईप किंवा पाईप हा असा असा लेड केला गेला पाहिजे की त्याचा ग्रेडियंट प्रॉपर असला पाहिजे, त्याचा स्लोप प्रॉपर असला पाहिजे. आणि ॲट दॅट टाइम देर मेंटेन अ सेल्फ क्लेन्झिंग व्हेलॉसिटी ॲट अ डिफरंट पॉसिबल डिस्चार्जेस. So the next point which can be considered as a theoretical while designing of a sewer, the sewer pipes carry sewage as gravity conduits and therefore laid at the continuous gradient in the downward direction up to the outflow point from where it will be lifted up, treated and disposed of. So this is very simple again, and that the gravitational force can be maintained. It's a flow velocity. That's why continuous gradient that is important. Influent to the effluent, that means outfall point, it should be maintained to continuous gradient. सिवर डिझाईन करताना सिवर लेड करताना कंटिन्युअस ग्रेडियंट मेंटेन होणं खूप गरजेचं असते इट अप टू द आउटफॉल पॉइंट पर्यंत. दिस इज वन ऑफ द reason or one of the point that can be considered while sewer designing. So these are the some theoretical point which we have already discussed about it. Now next point, that is hydraulics formulae. That hydraulics formulae, it's related to the fluid. Already we learned some formulae in fluid mechanics subject. Here we can consider that hydraulic formula is related to the velocity. Already I told you there are two main characteristics in a sewer designing. One is flow and is discharge. Another is the velocity, the flow velocity. And this hydraulic formula is related to the discharge and the flow velocity. So first formula we can see here, that is Chase's formula. That is V is equal to C under root of R into I, where we can see V is the mean velocity, that is always in meter per second. C is the Chase's coefficient. R is the hydraulic radius, that is water depth actual. R is the hydraulic radius, that is actual water depth. And I is the bottom slope, which is also called as a gradient. But here is some notes. Constant C is a very complex. Depends on the size, shape and smoother roughness of the channel or the sewer, the mean depth, etc. So C is a very complex. It's purely depend on size of sewer, shape of sewer, or what are the internal surface. It may be a smoother or roughness of that channel. Channels we can consider that is a sewer, and that C can be calculated by using Bazyn's formula. This C can be calculated by Bazyn's formula. We will see in the next formula, that is the C is equal to 157.6 divided by under bracket 1.81 plus K divided by R raised to half, where we can see this K is a Bazyn constant and R is hydraulic radius. So this K value can be taken from this table. This table is purely dependent on nature of the sewer, internal or inside nature of the sewer. If inside nature of the sewer is very smooth, at that time K value is 0.109. The internal nature of the sewer is very smooth and the material can be used for constructed it, that is a brick or a concrete. That time K value will be the 0.290. The internal surface of very smooth and material is rubble masonry, at that time K value is 0.833. If internal value good and earthen material, that time 1.540. If internal side surface is a rough and material is a brick or a concrete, at that time K value will be the 0.500. And if the internal surface is a rough and material are the earthen material, at that time K value is 3.170, which is used for finding the Chase's constant C. Is that clear? This is the second formula, that is Bazyn's formula, which is used for finding the C. C is the Chase's constant. So formula number 3, that is Manning's formula, which is mostly used for finding out the velocity of the flow. That is V is equal to K divided by N into R raised to 2 by 3, RH raised to 2 by 3 into S raised to 1 by 2. So V is a velocity of flow, that is always in meter per second. K is a conversion factor of 1.486. K is, that is a conversion factor. N is Manning's coefficient. And RH is a hydraulic radius, that is in meter, and S is the slope of the water surface, or also we can say this is the gradient of the water surface. Here is one note, the value of N is calculated by Cooter's formula. So here is Cooter's formula for finding, that is N. So in Cooter's formula, C is equal to K1 plus K2 divided by S plus K3 divided by N, whole term divided by 1 plus N divided by under root of R into under bracket K1 plus K2 divided by S bracket completed. Where we can see is the C is a changes constant or changes roughness coefficient actual. S is a friction slope. This S is a friction slope. This R is a hydraulic radius. N is Hooter's roughness, that is unitless. K1, K2 and K3. Here are some constant which are in a SI unit. We can see here K1 is at 23.0, K2 is 0.00155 and K3 is 1.0. These are three constant which are in a SI unit which are used for to finding changes roughness coefficient in Scooter's formula. So formula number next, that is Hazen-Williams formula. V is equal to K into C into R raised to 0.63 into S raised to 0.54, where E is a velocity, K is a conversion factor for the unit system K, that is equal to 0.849 for the SI unit. C is the roughness of coefficient. R is the hydraulic radius, and S is the slope of the gradient of energy line, which is also called as a head loss per length per pipe. This is Hazen-Williams formula for finding velocity, otherwise C. The last one formula is Krimp and Burgess formula. So you can see here V is equal to 83.47 into R raised to 2 by 3 into S raised to 1 by 2, whereas V is the velocity of flow, R is the hydraulic radius, and the S is the slope of the water surface. Slope of the water surface. Whenever we're designing a sewer, we have to consider many factors. Not only a two characteristic, it may have flow or it may have velocity. If you consider the velocity, there are different types of velocity. One is minimum velocity and other is maximum velocity. कोणत्याही सिव्हर डिझाईन करताना मेनी फॅक्टर आपण विचारात घेतो. विचारात घेताना दोनच कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक महत्वाच्या वाटतात, ते म्हणजे एक वॉटर फ्लो, वॉटर डिस्चार्ज किंवा एक व्हेलॉसिटी. आता सिव्हरमध्ये वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचा व्हेलॉसिटी असू शकतात किंवा असतात. इट डिपेंड ऑन flow condition of the water or a wastewater. It may a minimum velocity or it may a maximum velocity or the self-cleansing velocity. In minimum velocity, we can see here the flow velocity in a sewer should be such that the suspended material in the sewage do not get silted up. That is, velocity should be such as the causes of automatic self-cleansing velocity. So flow velocity जर कन्सिडर केली, सिवेज मध्ये वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे पार्टिकल कंटेंट्स असतात. मे बी अ सस्पेंडेड मटेरियल आणि इट शुड नॉट गेट सिल्टेड अपसाइड. ते सस्पेंडेड मटेरियलची जर ग्रॅव्हिटेशनल डेन्सिटी जर कमी असेल तर इट मे गेट अपसाइड, कम अपसाइड ऑफ अ फ्लो सरफेस. At that time, the flow velocity may be causes automatic self cleansing velocity. ते जर कदाचित मटेरियल सस्पेंडेड पार्टिकल डिपॉझिट नाही झाले तर सेल्फ मिनिमम व्हेलॉसिटी ऑटोमॅटिकली जनरेट होऊ शकते. Now the generation of such minimum self-cleansing velocity in the sewer at least once a day is important, because if certain deposition take place and is not removed, it will be obstruct the free flow, causing the further deposition and finally leading to the complete blocking of the sewer. If the actual self-cleansing velocity maintained in at least once in a day, if it may not happen at that time, that deposition take place and it may obstruct to the free flow. Once that cannot be removed, that deposition, it may further deposition may be take place, and due to that the blocking of sewer may happen. In Marathi we can say that if the suspended particle deposited in downward direction in the sewer, जर तुम्ही सस्पेंडेड पार्टिकल डाऊनवर्ड डायरेक्शन जर डिपॉझिट झाले तर फ्लोला त्याचं ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन क्रिएट होतं आणि त्या ऑब्स्ट्रक्शनमुळे अजूनही डिपॉझिशन होण्याची जास्त शक्यता असते. आणि वन्स ते जर डिपॉझिशन काढलं नाही तर ती सिवर लाईन, ती सिवर पाईपलाईन ब्लॉक होण्याचे चान्सेस जास्त असतात. सो दॅट मिनिमम व्हेलॉसिटी इज इम्पॉर्टंट इन सच केस. So here is another term that is related to the velocity, that is self-clearing velocity or self-cleansing velocity. To calculate minimum velocity of a flow, the following formula is used. So this formula is related to the self-cleansing velocity or self-cleansing velocity. V is equal to under root, the whole terms in under root, that is 8k divided by f bracket complete into es small minus e small e divided by eg into ds, where one by one term you can see here v is a minimum velocity, that is in meter per second, that is v. K is the size of solid, this k is the size of solid in a sewage varying between 0.06 mm 0 to 0.6 mm, and f is a Darcy's coefficient of friction normally, that is 0.03. And next es, so this es is specific gravity of a solid material flowing in the sewage varies between 1.2 to the 2.65, and this E is equal to specific gravity of a liquid in sewage, generally that is taken as 1, and G is the gravitational force, and ds is diameter of a solid particle in mm. So that is about the minimum cleansing velocity or self-cleansing velocity. So next is we will discuss about the maximum velocity. So the smooth interior surface of a sewer pipe gets scored due to the continuous abrasion caused by suspended solid present in the sewage. If sewage मध्ये जर suspended solid जर present जर असते आणि internal surface जर smooth असेल, continuously sewage flow मुळे त्या site interiorचं abrasion होऊ शकतं. This is due to the maximum velocity. Next, it is therefore necessary to limit the maximum velocity in the sewer pipe. This limiting or non-scoring velocity will mainly depends upon the material of the sewer. So therefore याचे लिमिटेशन असलं पाहिजे किंवा लिमिटिंग स्कोरिंग वेलोसिटी असली पाहिजे. It's purely depend on which type of material can be used to made a sewer. ऍक्च्युअली हे purely डिपेंड असतं कोणत्या प्रकारचं मटेरियल तुम्ही सीवर बांधण्यासाठी तयार केलेलं आहे. It may be concrete, it may be brick, it may be earthen materials. It can be affected to scoring effect due to the maximum velocity. So effect of the flow variation. If the flow vary, then velocity will be changes vary. Due to variation discharge, if discharge vary, at that time depth of flow varies, and hence hydraulic means depth at the varies. एकदा का डिस्चार्ज व्हॅरी झाला तर फ्लो डेप्थ ही व्हॅरीज होते, आणि फ्लो डेप्थ व्हॅरी झाली तर हायड्रोलिक मीन डेप्थ ही व्हॅरी होते. Next, due to this change in the hydraulic mean depth, the flow velocity get affected from time to time. Once change in the hydraulic mean depth, automatically time to time it may be effect on velocity gets affected. एकदा का hydraulic mean depth change झाली तर time to time hydraulic velocity change होत असते. It is necessary to check the sewer for maintaining a minimum velocity of the about 0.45 meter per second at the time of minimum flow. If in a sewer there are the minimum flow, the minimum velocity should be 0.45, or otherwise it can be assumed 1/3 of average flow. That's why minimum velocity is important. But this is about minimum velocity if you consider 0.45, or it can be assumed 1/3. But about maximum velocity, it should be 0.9. Is developed at least the time of the maximum flow at the briefly during the average flow of the parents. Moreover, care should be taken see that at the time of maximum flow, the velocity generated does not exceed the scoring values. The scoring value. Is that clear? It's a very simple. Care should be taken. The time of maximum flow, velocity generated does not exceed to 0.9 meter per second. It related to the scoring value. So here is some important topic again. Hydraulic characteristic of circular sewer in running full and the partially full. Running full and the partially full, it's a very simple concept. So you can see here, this is a section of a circular sewer. Is it? We will see here two characteristics. One is full running section and another is partially full running section. So in this case, if a sewage full thoroughly through the pipe, at that time that circular section area is pi by 4 into d square. This capital D is the diameter of sewer. And another things we will consider, that is a wetted perimeter when flow full running phase. At that time P is equal to pi by D, and R is, that is mean radius or radius of the hydraulic radius, or we can see that is a hydraulic radius, that is equal to this A divided by P. A is pi by 4 d square, already I have put here, and P is, that is pi by D, that is equal to D by 4. If you had find out a hydraulic radius in condition of full running phase in a circular sewer, at that time that hydraulic radius will be the D by 4, that means diameter of sewer by 4. The second condition or second characteristic, that is circular section, this is circular section running partially full, running partially full, running partially full. So this is a partially full running phase. In here, A is area will be considered, in this case partially full. Small b will be considered wetted perimeter for this condition. And R will be the hydraulic mean depth, that is this one, is D. And we will consider velocity of a flow, that is small v. So we can see here in this figure, O, capital D, B, AB, AOB will be the section, that is a geometry, and AB to this bottommost part, that is a sewage flow, and this is a surface flow. So central angle is given by cos 1 by 2 theta minus 1, that is equal to 1 minus 2d by d. This is a geometry. So first criteria we will consider in this condition, that is partially full. One is a depth. So how find out this depth? That is equal to d by 2 minus d by 2 cos theta by 2, that is equal to d by 2 under bracket 1 minus cos theta by 2 bracket complete. For we can use this formula to find the depth, but when it's running partially full condition in a circular sewer. So proportionally we can take it, that is small d by capital D, that is equal to half in bracket 1 minus cos theta by 2. So next criteria or next point to be considered in this case, that is area. The area is a small area for the fully partial condition, that is equal to pi by 4 d square into theta by 360 degree minus capital D by 2 into cos theta by 2 into d by 2 sin theta by 2. Small area of the distant partial condition, that is equal to pi by 4 in bracket theta by 360 minus sin theta by 2 pi. Proportionally that can be taken as area A upon A, that means small a upon capital A, that is equal to theta by 360 degree minus sin theta by twice pi, bracket complete. The third point which can be considered in this case, the wetted perimeter, that is P is equal to pi by T into theta by 360 degree. Proportionally weighted perimeter will be the small p divided by capital P. Capital P is related to the fully running phase and small p the relative to the partially fully running phase, that is equal to theta by 360 degree. The fourth one point will be considered in this case, that is HMD, hydraulic mean depth, that is equal to small r is related to the small a divided by P, that is equal to, you can see here this whole term, and that is equal to, therefore r is equal to d by 4 under bracket 1 minus 360 degree sin theta divided by 2 pi theta bracket complete. Proportionally hydraulic mean depth consider here r for the partially full running phase and the capital R for the fully running phase. Comparatively that is equal to d by 4. You can see other factor here, and that is equal to 1 minus 360 degree sin theta divided by 2 by theta by pi by theta bracket complete. It's for the proportionate HMD, hydraulics mean depth with compared to the full running phase as well as the partial running phase. The next one point, that is velocity of a flow. V is equal to, that is Manning's formula, V is equal to 1 upon n r raised to 2 by 3 s raised to 1 by 2, where Manning's fully coefficient applicable for partially full condition. Therefore, proportionally velocity, that is small v divided by capital V. So small v is related for the partially full condition and capital V is for the full running phase, that is equal to capital L divided by small n, that is into small r divided by r raised to 2 by 3. If capital N divided by small n is equal to 1, capital V divided by small v capital divided by capital V is equal to small r divided by r bracket raised to 2 by 3, that is equal to 1 minus 360 degree sine theta divided by 2 by theta bracket complete. These are 5 points which are considered as a characteristics of the flow in a sewer, may be full running phase or partially running phase. So this PPT or this lecture made from the Dr. B.C. Punmia's book, Arun Kumar, author of Environmental Engineering 2, Wastewater Engineering book, Lakshmikant Publications. Thank you very much.